Okay, now, before we did that, we should have did, it's called subjective units of distress. In other words, 1 to 10, where were you at? 10 being the worst. And a lot of times it's 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10. When you do this, it should bring you down to about a 2 or a 3. You're now saying, okay. You know, a lot of times you say, well, why was I so upset? I can't change it. You know, I got a test tomorrow. Why am I stressing out about it now? You know, all right, I'm calm. I'm calmer. Now I can think and implement my coping skills that you might have learned. Okay, and that's a whole nother lesson, coping skills and self-care skills, and we can work on that. Okay, all right. So now we got the breaths in. We're down. We're a little bit calmer. Okay. Now again, this can be used for anything. You know, you're upset on the road or whatever, and then again, you got to be careful when you got your hands on the wheel. It's better to pull over and just calm it down. Okay. Now we're going to go more into, and this point here is called the gamut. All right. That's the gamut. So when I refer to the gamut, that's this here. Now we're going to start now the whole EFT process. We're going to try to get this in, and it's not that difficult. You're just going to do it with me. We'll do it a couple times, and you'll have a strategy. Okay. Before we go on to that, another one is, which we're going to try now, is called 3x3. What I want you to do now is cross your arms. You can cross your feet if you like, but it's the arms. And again, it's going to be 3 breaths, all right, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then each time we're going to switch, and I'll tell you when to do that. But this is to your speed, not my speed. This is about you, okay? You're taking charge. You're empowering yourself. You're being kind to yourself, all right? All right, ready? Let's breathe. Make it to the 3, just switch it over. And continue, 3 breaths. Switch it one more time and breathe. Okay, again, you take 5 seconds to think about where you're at, where you were before you did it. This again after, you know, you maybe get stressed or something happened. And you go 1 to 10 where you're at. Okay, you go down 2 or 3 or so. Okay, a 1 is the goal, 0 is actually the ultimate goal. All right, these are different grounding. This makes you grounded, that actual technique, that 3x3. Okay. Now we're going to go through the whole process. Now, when we go, you start off with the karate chop. If you notice, when I was in school back in the day, if you got kind of get in a fight in school, and the teachers came up, I don't know if they realized what they were doing, they said, shake hands. Well, a prime meridian point, a major one that deals right with the kidneys, which, you know, is very physical and stress levels and everything else, is this one right here, that long line. Okay, when you shake hands, guess what? Your lines are hitting. And all of a sudden you're calm. You may not like the guy still. You may, you know, before you were out of control, and you shake hands, you calm down. So this is called the karate chop. Now you can either tap or you can just do pressure. Okay, so it's just, this is your hand, either hand, again, and you just touching the line. Okay, and you would say something like, you would make yourself aware of what's bothering you and the emotional part of it. So in other words, you start always saying, I'm going to be okay, although my teacher, I'm angry at my teacher because they embarrassed me or something. Okay, so you say that. So everybody, you have your own thing. Think about it. It could be a physical pain. When I first took this training, I'm just going to share a little something with you to show I had to be proven because I'm kind of old school. I've been in this field for about 30 years. About 9 years ago, I went to a thing called, it was Mindfulness EFT. This instructor who I keep in contact with, she's up front, and her colleague is next door to me. I didn't know she was a colleague. She said, well, what do you think about this? I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm old school. I'm not sure. She says, well, okay. So this instructor is like, I'm instructing you. Think of an emotional pain, something going on, sadness, bereavement. It could be, anything. Maybe you bombed out on a test or something, or a physical pain. Well, I was in the Army, and you got 3 oblong bones in each wrist. They're crushed still, and the pain is just unbearable. So that's what I picked. I says, I'm going to be okay, although I have a strong pain in my wrist. It really hurts. So you're doing that when you say that. Then you're coming up here, right up here to the forehead. That's the first point, meridian point. You're tapping or pressing, whatever is comfortable. And you just say, whatever it is. My anxiety's hard. I'm very sad. I'm very angry. I'm worried. Or me, I said that, it's a painful wrist. I got pain in my wrist. Then you go in here, up here, upper occipital here, pain in my wrist. Up here, pain in my wrist. Do it with me. Okay, come down here, pain in my wrist. I'm tapping right now, pain in my wrist. Right here under the chin. Next one is under the collarbone, pain in my wrist. All right, here it's under the arm, pain in my wrist. Then you come back to the gamut, pain in my wrist, and you finish up at the heart, pain in my wrist. Okay, you do this 3 times. Now we did the tapping this time. This time we're just going to do pressure. Pain in my wrist. Pain in my wrist, pain in my wrist, pain in my wrist. I got pain in my wrist. And you would be saying anxiety. I'm stressed. I'm angry. I'm sad. Whatever that action word is that's causing the emotional discomfort, deregulation. Okay. Pain in my wrist. Okay. No, pain in my wrist. Okay. Pain in my wrist. Again, there is no order. I picked the order. I noticed I went a little out of. There is no order. Okay, I just do it so I don't forget them. Okay, you can choose the way you want. You want to start here, fine. You want to start here, fine. Try to get. If you miss one, again, forgive yourself. Non-judgmental or relaxed. Okay, and we go through this. Okay, we're going to continue. Say you're in the class or something, or you're in somewhere with people and they see you doing this, they're going to start thinking, oh boy. So the first one was the pressure. Next one's tapping. The last one is called, it's inconspicuous. You're on a bus, or you're in a train, or you're around people, you don't want people to know what you're doing. So you do inconspicuous. So that's what our last one's going to be, the third one. I got to pain my wrist. Come up here. Pain my wrist. Nobody knows you're doing anything. Pain my wrist. Pain my wrist. Pain my wrist. Pain in my wrist. Okay. Pain in my wrist. Got a pain in my wrist. Okay. Pain in my wrist. You're hitting the gamut. Pain in my wrist. Pain in my wrist. You give yourself 5 seconds. All right. Whatever your distress was, what was it? 1 to 10 in the beginning. You always measure that. Your distress. And what are you now? And now my wrists are moving. It's incredible. I do therapy also, and I share this with my clients. And one came in with a lot of involvement, came in limping heavily, and she was in a lot of pain, and she explained it. And I said, well, why are you sitting there? Just hold your wrist while you explain it to me what happened. And she went through everything and explained it. And after 5 minutes, I says, how you feel? And I'm not kidding you. She got up, walked around the room. She could not believe it. She went outside my office, walked around. She was very skeptical. And I was a little bit on that too. But so physical pain, we've done it with people with MS. We've done it with, in hospitals, all in social workers now that implement these things. because the doctors don't understand. Psychiatrists and psychologists are totally on board now. They do brain scans. What happens is when your amygdala is kicking in, your brain is red, purple, yellow, all these colors. One round of this, all of a sudden you actually see electricity going through the brain. It's just incredible. There's been people with heavy trauma. I mean, and they use this, okay? And they had the brain scan with them. I mean, it was a study done just a little while ago, and they have it, and they're just amazed by it, and it works because it brings you to the now. It brings you, this is visceral. This hits the different meridian points, which I'm going to hand out to you a sheet, okay? And you can look on there to see which ones control what part of the body, okay? All right, so we've got this down a little bit. We'll practice one more time before the end of the session, okay? It's important you're able to do that, okay? Let me, excuse me 1 second. Do I save it or? I don't know. Okay. All right. So again, these are the stress and anxieties, and it's also big with depression, all right? And I do believe in a lot of mindfulness quotes. It's all about living in present, whatever the present moment contains, accepted it if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. So what that's about is like you're saying, yeah, but this coronavirus, maybe it's out, but what can you do about it, right? You want to be able to get yourself to a level, thinking brain, saying, okay, it's here, I accept it. I don't like it, but I accept it, and I'm still gonna commit to my goals. Because that's what life's about, is going for your goals. And a lot of this stuff, this amygdala, these emotions want to hold you back, and they're comfortable with that. Your thinking brain isn't. Now, how do you mesh them? And this is one way to mesh them, okay? So, are there any questions so far? Okay. So we're going to keep moving on. All right. Another thing is, how are you, another one of your vegetative signs is sleeping. How are you sleeping? Are you eating? Are you hydrating? You got to take care of yourself. That's part of self-care. I mean, I'll give you an example. Somebody comes in with a broken arm, okay? They just broke their arm. They go to the doctor. And now what's the doctor do? Examines it, keeps it elevated, you know, maybe rebacks it, puts it in a cast, okay? Gives you thought for the pain. And he's telling you, you got to eat, rest, so the medication kicks in and you feel well, okay? So it can heal. And when do we do our healing? Oh, you got everybody that works out and lift weights. It's when you're sleeping. It's not while you're working out. It's when you sleep is when everything rejuvenates, or, you know, rejuvenates. So it gets, or improves. So now, okay, so you've got this broken arm, and okay, he says, keep it elevated, keep it in the sling, okay? Take your medication twice a day, you know, the ibuprofen or whatever it is for swelling, okay? Drink plenty of fluids for this thing to work. You have to eat to keep your strength up, okay? And you got to get plenty of sleep. If you miss any one of them, guess what? You're not going to heal. It takes all of it to work, all right? And that's how our body works. That's, again, what I told you about mine, is tying in our emotional, physical, mental, everything all together. Try to get a balance, all right? These are things we can control. We can't control how we broke our arm. We didn't know how it was going to happen. We can't control that we have a friend that's angry at us and can't get along. We can't control this, that we can't go back to school and we're at home and bored. We can't control, you know, that stuff. I mean, what I'm saying, the school part is going to be closed. All right. The instructor is there to assist you the best way they can, but you're not understanding it. But the instructor is going to instruct. And we could all get tied up. Well, if you taught this way, they taught that way. Now we're getting out of things out of our control. If you're worried about the future too much, you probably have anxiety. if you're living there. If you're worried about the past too much, what's happened to you in the past, living there, you probably have depression. You need to come to here and now. Accept what's happening because you can't change a lot of it, and commit to your goals. Don't let that stop you, hold you back. You are empowered. You got a lot of strength, especially at your age now. You got the world. It's in your hands. Okay. Yes, there's a lot of ugly things going around. Okay. And a lot of stresses that you have, and you're overwhelmed. When you feel that, you touch your knuckle. You bring it down. You relax. Breathe. If that's all you do first, breathe through your nose, right? Automatically you engage the nasal cortex. Oh, cortex. That's my brain. Oh, okay. My thinking brain. Okay. That's what we want to do. Okay. And then we can do our other grounding things. All right. There's some other ones too. I'll go with you. Any of you's ever had it where you were feeling down, a little bit depressed, and you just didn't feel like doing anything? You got up like, I don't feel it. I'm not doing it today. I just don't feel it. Okay. What I want you to do is put your hands like this, curled up a little bit, put it right in front of your forehead, and pull. Okay? Not real hard, but hard enough. All right? You got it? Right on top of where the hairline is. Some of us have different hairlines. Pull. And now on top, I know some of you got beautiful hair. Well, that's okay. And pull. And then about midway back, a little past midway, pull again. It shows in body scan. It just lights up. And all of a sudden, you don't feel like great, but you're like, okay, I can do this. It will awaken the brain. These are all different techniques that gets that brain going, the frontal cortex going. Okay. Are there any other questions? Again, just post them. This is on tape, so. All right. All right. The last thing I'm going to cover today, again, this goes deep. There's a lot of stuff. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Again, you'll see my number at the end of this sheet that we posted. It's on the last page, myself or Ms. Gasparo, Dorothy Gasparo. If you have any questions, you want any further resources or anything, we're here for you. Okay. At the end of this, if you want to give me a call, give me a call. All right. That's fine. Okay. You can also email me. All right. I've got a couple of emails from students this morning, and that's fine. I'll get back with you. We'll work through this. Okay. Actually, I don't know if you ever heard of a body scan. Anybody think about that? A body scan. What is that? Right? Okay. A body scan is what it's trying to do is bring you mindful. What is mindful? Come into the present. Be present. Some of you might have difficulty sleeping, or you just don't feel like getting up in the morning. It's a good thing to do before you get up. Set the alarm 10 minutes earlier or so. Or when you go to bed, just lay down and do this. Or you can do this throughout the day. I mean, it's just so refreshing. It just brings you back. It gets the stresses out of you. All right. And we're gonna go through one. Okay. So the thing about mindfulness is you need to be contacted. All right. So if you're sitting doing this, feet are on the floor. Okay. You're up. Okay. You're elongated spine, not over. Okay. And hands on your lap or on it. It's basically comfort. If that's not comfortable, you've got an injury, you get yourself in a comfortable position. That's basically it. Okay. Now, with your eyes, you close your eyes. Some people have trust issues. That's fine. Then you can have a soft gaze. What that means is my eyes are a little bit open. I'm picking a spot. Okay. And I'm going to go through this. All right. The key is to follow what's is being given out to you. It's going to have you go to different parts of your body. You don't do anything with it. You keep your hands there, and you're just focusing on that. Okay. Now, your mind's going to drift. That's who we are. But if you can get this skill done, there's not too much in life that's going to hold you back. Okay. This is a very important skill to learn. It's very, very difficult. Okay. Because what we do, oh, tomorrow I got to do that. Boom, you missed it. That's okay. You take a deep breath in through your nose. Again, forgiveness, kind to yourself. You don't have to start over, and just move on. And it takes practice. All these things I'm giving you takes practice. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to go through this. Oh, man. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to talk you through it. Okay. What I want you to do is get yourself in that comfortable position. All right. And you're going to close. I don't know if you hear my music in the background. It's some soft music. Just
Connected to XT1659 and Michael Geisert iPhone.
Did you put me on pause? Can you put me on pause or no?
I cannot
Start now.
Body scan. The purpose of body scan is to simply check in to see what's going on in your body with open curiosity. There's no need to judge or try to change anything. We're just bringing attention to each part of our body in sequence, noticing how each part is connected to the next. Start by bringing your attention to the general position of your body. Are you sitting up straight with your feet flat on the ground and your hands on your knees? Or maybe you're lying on your back with arms resting by your sides. Notice the relationship of your body to the space around you. Notice where you are, the time of day. Notice if you have any tension or tightness in your body. Notice what you're thinking and feeling. Are you restless or grounded? Agitated or calm? Just notice what's going on without judging or trying to change anything. Now bring your attention to your breathing. Become aware of where you feel your breath most. It might be in your nose or in your chest or stomach. Breathe in deeply and notice the breath as it fills your body. Breathe out and notice the breath as it goes out. Simply be aware of the sensations in your body, allowing them space to just be. Now, bring your attention to the top of your head, then to the back and sides of your head, and down to your ears. Bring your attention to your face, your forehead and eyebrows, your eyes, cheeks, mouth, and jaw. Whatever is experienced, just allow it and let it be. Now, move your attention down into your neck and shoulders. Just noticing how your neck and shoulders feel with a sense of curiosity. Move your attention into your arms, your elbows, down through your forearms, and into your wrists and hands, fingers and thumbs. Just notice the sensations you feel. It's as if you were traveling through your body with your mind, just seeing what's there. Now move your attention to your torso and your chest and upper back. Notice your heartbeat and the sensation of breathing. Now move your attention into your stomach and lower back. Your stomach is the home of digestion, and for many of us, a place where we hold many emotions. So just spending a few moments paying attention to this area, feeling what's here, and just letting it be. We don't need to do anything. We are just noticing the sensations in our stomach and lower back and letting them be. And now, move your attention to your hips, down into your legs, your thighs, knees, shins, and calves, and into your ankles, to the tops of your feet, sides of your feet, and to the bottom of the feet. And finally, feel how each part of your body is connected. Feel your foot connected to your ankle connected to your knees and legs, your legs connected to your hips, to your stomach and lower back, connected to your torso, chest, upper back, shoulders, and arms. Your arms connected to your shoulders and neck connected to your head. Feel the skin around your whole body. Notice the sensations on your skin, the temperature and texture. Become aware of your whole body in this moment. You don't need to think about what's right or wrong. Just relax in a sense of physical wholeness. Feel how your whole body is connected. And now let your attention rest on your breath. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling your body expand and contract with each inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, bring your attention to the touch of your body on your seat and open your eyes.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. And I you feel, but I feel pretty good after that. You know, it gets you here. Again, I don't want you to misunderstand what I said. Living in the future. No, we want to prepare for the future. Okay, like okay, I got a test next week, so I got to prepare for it. Or I got to do this tomorrow. I got to go to the DMV tomorrow. What have you? But you don't want to live there. You don't want to immerse your soul body into it. You want to be present. And of course, we got to prepare. But if you're living there and that's all you're concentrating on, and you're not in the present, then you probably have some kind of anxiety going on. Okay, just be aware of that. The same with the back. It's okay. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from different things that's happened to us in the past. Okay, well, some of us just beat ourselves up. We have guilt. We do all that. You don't need to do that. Okay, you got to come to the present. If you're living there, you probably have some kind of depression. Okay, so we want to be the here and now. Okay, that's how it is. We get ourselves, and these are just different techniques that'll help you bring you here. And once you're here, that means your frontal lobe. If your frontal or prefrontal cortex isn't engaged, then you're not going to be living here, right? You're probably somewhere else. The amygdala is controlling whatever is going on. Okay. And if you need more counseling, now you're able to, or therapy, now you're able to engage the different things that's going on in your life because you live in now and the present. But if that stuff is going on and you're trying to engage something that's happening now and you're living in the back, how are we going to fix now? How are you going to address it? So just a reminder of what I meant by that when I'm saying, you know, enmeshing ourselves in the future or enmeshing ourselves in the past. We want to be now, here and now. Okay. With that, this is a great thing to do before you go to bed. And there's different ones. Now, how you can do this is all I did was go, so you wouldn't have to listen to my voice. I'm not a very soothing voice. I've heard both things. There I am being negative on myself, right? This is just put in mindfulness body scan. Just type in that Google mindfulness, and the different ones that come up. They got 5 to 6 minute ones. They got 10 to 15 minute ones. They got hour ones. They got ones that address if you want to sleep. Okay, that's a more meditation type thing. A body scan is how you're going through and knowing your body. You're getting to know yourself. And that's what's important. Okay. Are there any questions on that? All right. Well, with that, again, if you need to, from here, we can contact myself or Dorothy, you know, not on just this, on any kind of counseling you want to deal with, stresses that are in your life, be it anxiety or depressive symptoms or just everyday things, relationships, whatever may be going on. Don't be afraid to reach out. There is no stigma, okay? Reach out, get yourself in check for today, and commit to your goals. You know, again, through that mindfulness, I said, you know, you're going through it. Say you have a sore ankle, a sore wrist. You're not trying to change it. It's not going to make you feel. You just want to be aware, so you are, you know, you're in contact with your body and sending out signals. And once you can notice that at the most subliminal level, you're able to address any situations that may come up for yourself. Okay. Again, this is about self-care. This is about, you know, accepting yourself. It's about, you know, being kind to yourself. All right. This is about forgiveness. This is about, you know, all that. Okay. You know, you're non-judgmental. That's the biggest thing. Non-judgmental of ourselves as much as others. But today's, where we are in our environment today with different things going on, we don't see that too much. But can we control it? Who's the only person we can control? Ourselves. We try to change our, you know, the persons in our life, can't do it. That's up to them. And what do? We beat ourselves up. We get the ulcers. We can't sleep because of others. Now, again, if this is a dangerous situation, again, you need to reach out, 911 or somewhere, to get yourself help. Okay, NIAMI, there's different agencies. Okay, you could call the Human Services number. There's a resource guide I think we got attached to all this in our site here. That's a big concern because you're doing everything you can for yourself, but if it's causing any harm, you can't have that. Okay. All right. If there's no other questions, we're going to end here, and I'll be addressing you again on our next session. We'll be tying in all the similar skills to, we'll talk a little bit about relationships, depression, what have you. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and hopefully you have a mindful day. Bye.